bags of flags. Baggers, you know what? You're all idiots. Blues are awesome at football, so we're going to win. It'll be so easy. So it sounds fake, but it is what it is. Guess what? Blues are going to win by 60 points, and you're going to have egg all over your face, everyone. That's such a lie. That's not going to happen. Flaggers are baggers. Oh, what am I doing? I don't believe any of this stuff I'm saying. Every week I have to come in here and say something I just don't believe in. Charlie's going to kick 10. No, he won't. No, he won't. Charlie's going to do shit all. Oh, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. No, we're not going to win. We're going to win, damn. We're going to win football. We're going to win because the Blues are back in town. We're making finals. Don't believe that.
What's going on? What are you...
No, that's man. Huh?
What was that?
Get that back here now. Get that back. All right, welcome back. Thanks for doing footy with us as usual. When you tune in, we talk football, and we get to do that because you guys are just the best at building this community. It's wild. We love our football. Unpacking a big round 15 coming up.
Yep.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning or Thursday or Friday, however you listen.
Could be Saturday.
That would be late to listen to the
weird,
pod.
really late.
It'd be real late if you're just getting a footy fix on a Saturday.
Yeah. Imagine that, like, first ever episode too. I just want to see what this footy's about.
I've seen a lot of Dan doing footy. It's a Saturday. I want to tune in. Then you realise you're probably 3 days behind, and all the stories make no sense. But lots happening. Lots of just housekeeping. I think first up before we start getting some news and the football. How's your ear? A lot of people said you were gurning, and the ear infection was just a fake from has this guy come straight from electric. So how is the ear? What's the update?
Upon reflection, I was just trying to see if I could loosen anything up. A
lot of jaw action.
There was a bit of syringing going on after the episode. Going to the hospital on Friday.
Oh, wow. Ear injury.
Some serious damage in there. It's not good.
So is this wax damage or is this because you put a camera in your ear?
I mean, column A, column B. It's just... It's been there for a long time, for sure.
The wax?
And I could feel it progressively getting worse.
Yep.
But then when I did use this device...
You pushed it.
I pushed it in because I was just captivated by the 60 points in one quarter, which I think is fair enough. Everyone got a bit like that.
Yep.
And now I woke up and it affected everything. I couldn't walk properly. I was feeling really sick, ill.
You were vomiting on Monday.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. So I definitely feel a bit better. But yeah, Friday... all locked and loaded.
It will come out
for the hospital.
Great.
So.
Well, I want to see the wax, as we know, a sick obsession with that stuff.
Mate, I'm telling you, the last time it was like this, it came out as it was a pip.
Oh, it's happened before.
It wasn't just like slow wax. They went, oh, we've got it, and then they actually had to go in and pull out a firm chunk. So it's going to be it'll be serious.
So your body just naturally produces like a lot of wax.
Yeah, I've also just I've worked in like either podcast or radio world for a long time, and I could be making this up, but I wear a lot of headphones, and I feel like that just doesn't help. Go to sleep with headphones in as well. That definitely doesn't help. Sometimes go to bed with wet hair or damp hair. That doesn't help.
True.
So yeah.
Yeah, right. Did you mention to the doc that you had a camera in your ear or not?
That could be for the hospital. That might be just a me and them kind of discussion.
Okay. Well, you'll be able to hear soon. That's going to feel really good for you.
That's going to
really
be...
good. Really good. Last episode, we also spoke about burner accounts. Now, I said I'm all for them. Ash is here. Do you want to clear up how you're going on the burner stuff? Because you were very vocal, and we have now disassociated ourselves with you on socials, just particularly your pages. Yeah. But if you have a burner, we're happy to associate back with you. So are you still angry? Because on socials, you looked very angry.
I was angry mainly because if you're going to come into my club's fan page and start talking shit to my players, and you've got a Patrick Cripps profile picture and you're talking about winning flags and that sort of stuff, I think I've got the right to get angry at that.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy to have a go at my players, but if you come at them...
Probably not the attitude to have if it was me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
I was just saying, look, no one's going to abuse my players but me. And also, if you come in my house and rub your balls everywhere, then I'm not going to take that too kindly.
That's exactly what I mean.
So have you made a burner now?
Well, I won't say what it's called, but I think I have made a burner.
Okay, great.
So you'll probably see that every now and then pop up on your Insta socials.
So we've all got burners.
Yes.
Now, is your burner very obviously it's you or not?
No, you would have absolutely no idea.
So you're keeping your burners anonymous?
Well, it depends. The burner that I've currently got is used for burning activity, like as in I actually
use it.
I actually use it. So I think going into the round, I will make a proper burner for the comment sections of footy teams.
Okay. because I made my burner name like very much that it's my burner.
Okay, right.
Dan Does Burning. So if you see Dan Does Burning, that's not me. But we got so hit up by so many burner accounts. Like I've been called fuckwit at least 100 times by like Footy Burner 1, Burner 1 phone, not a burner, official burner, like a lot of burner accounts being made.
Yeah, I think honestly, in the 24 hours or 48 hours since we've spoken about it, there's a lot out there, and I want it to be the revolution.
Yeah.
I want post-game on Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, whatever, just burner central.
Yep. Now, some would say, hey, you're promoting bullying. No, the burner account is very much like you're just getting your frustration out on the team, or maybe the best kind of burner activity you can do is 2 teams playing. Say Thursday, it's going to be who's playing Thursday?
Essendon Fremantle.
Essendon Fremantle. So say if I was a Carlton fan, classic time for burner account, you have nothing to do with the game, but you want to put your 2 cents in.
Yes.
That's how you use a burner account.
It's a really good point you make, because there's a big difference between a burner and a troll.
Yes.
And that's not what we're saying. No, burner just to go in, have a quick pot shot.
Yep. Because we spoke about ruffling feathers last year. This
Yes.
is very much like you're a fox in a chicken pen.
Yes.
Just go on to ruffle some feathers, eat a few chickens and bounce.
And then we're out of there.
So that's what we're doing. So hopefully we see a few burners get into action this weekend. Something made me very nervous upstairs earlier. Ollie turns to me, headphones off, couldn't hear shit, earwax built up, and just shows me his phone. Now, we are trying our hardest to keep a player at the Carlton Football Club. Been very loud and vocal on us trying to keep him. He wants to go. A lot of back and forth. So when this person popped up following Ollie, it made me very nervous. Tom DeConning now follows Ollie. So he's now following the biggest signature that the club has had this season and the matchday MC. And that could be viewed as I want to get close with Ollie to make sure that he nails my intro for next year.
Yeah.
So I'm slightly nervous.
Well, I mean, you got to put it this way. I followed... Who did I follow? It was when I followed McRae. It was when the rumours started to swell. It was a quicker rumour mill, obviously, than this.
Yep.
But I followed him pre-trade, and he didn't follow me for like a month.
Okay.
And then he followed me when it was all like he'd been to training.
Okay.
So like it is in the past it's been used as a bit of a measuring stick as to seeing where people are at.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes me very nervous. So hopefully that doesn't mean anything. I'm not sure if it would.
I sent him a message.
Whoa, for fuck. What'd you say?
Do you want to know?
Yeah. God, you didn't say that to me.
I'm keeping an eye on it. He hasn't responded,
Thank God.
but
Reflects poorly on us now.
I did say, hey, mate, with no hidden agenda attached at all,
God, has a hidden agenda.
if I was your MC, hypothetically,
Oh, my God.
what game day nickname would you like? Just 100% out of curiosity.
Oh, my God. You're on your own recruiting trail.
Someone's got to
You're
do
pitching. Yeah, someone does have to do it. That's
it. Mate,
true.
have you been to Moorabbin right now? No one's in the building. We're all out of there
Well,
just jingle jangling in front of everyone.
Get ready for Dan Does Burning to slide in his DMs as well. Don't you fucking dare. I swear to God, I'll find out where you live and I'll burn your bins. Now, that would be trolling.
Now, that's
That's
trolling.
probably too far the burn account, but I think in this case, I have to hit him up on the Dan Does Burning account to make sure he doesn't leave the club.
Yeah.
Also, one thing we need to address before we get into the news here. A lot of back and forth between us and Sean, the guy who allegedly did his hamstring. Now, he said lactic acid. We put it up on the story today or yesterday for you because we're recording this in the truth. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's Wednesday.
Yep.
Put it up on a story. It did look like he went down with a hammy. Now, clutched the front of his leg.
Yes.
The whole setup is you kick 6 goals, you got 30 seconds to do it.
90 seconds of crunch time.
And he was exhausted. He was very exhausted.
He was,
He
yeah.
went down. He's blamed lactic acid. I said I don't think lactic acid would make you go down like that, but he did finish the last goal, and he's seen that, and obviously heard the podcast. He's a great man. Is a long-time listener. And he has sent this through just to clear things up.
Boys, just finished listening to the latest episode, and I must say I'm disappointed that Ollie would double down, essentially calling me a liar.
Yeah.
Clearly he's been watching too much of Caro on the Agenda Setters. Anyway, love the pod. Keep up the good work, Big Dan. Not you, little Ollie.
Wow. So now the Saints fans are eating their own.
I mean, he's talking shit. because the second that he hobbled off, and he hobbled off, I've got the footage, he went, oh, Ollie, can I have a photo? So he doesn't mean that.
No.
We're on good terms.
Okay.
We're
so,
friends.
So just know that if you are doing the activation soon, that
Hawthorne, I think, is the next one.
the next one, it's very tiring, so get fit with the first one.
It's not to be mucked around with.
No, and also, just do not do a hamstring.
No, it's embarrassing.
It is very embarrassing.
And you can imagine as well, after the first quarter, spirits were
very low. You
low.
needed that.
How good would that have been if he came out, kicked all 6 of them, had 20 seconds to spare, and
Would've
went, come
gone.
on, Saints, watch this.
Yeah, get me out there. Sign him up. Okay, well, hopefully you guys can patch things up going
Yeah,
forward because
I think we'll be all
you
right.
Saints fans is literally, you're a bit like the Tassie Devil. Very, almost extinct. A Saints Security fan. Saints fans, they're rare. When you come across, when I meet people in the streets, we go to the cafe here all the time. When I ask people, the conversation starters who you go for. Mm-hmm. When I hear a St Kilda person, I take a photo of them because it's very rare that you see a Saints fan and just have them bagged up. I have about 4 of them, like they're Pokemon, like wild Pokemon, like it's a Pikachu.
Yeah,
very rare.
I must admit, I tell you what, I get a lot of. I get a lot of people, and this just shows, that no one really massively dislikes St Kilda. I get a lot of, hey, Ollie, go Saints. And I go, big time. Are you going to the game? I go, nah, I'm a Richmond fan.
No, we just feel bad for you. Yeah. Oh, hang in there, Saints fans. One day there will be an episode where hopefully it's after you win the flag and we can just drop all this stuff on hating you guys. On the whole training and for the activation, kicking goals, I have started unofficially training for the Legends game.
Interesting.
Haven't got a call up, so waiting on that, but just want to be ready. So I'm in the gym, 5 a.m, getting the weights sorted, getting the calf repaired.
Yes.
Back of last week, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm ready when the phone does ring. Is your phone has your phone rung at all?
My phone has been on for sure.
Yeah.
And I've just been, using other people's phones to just double check and call me and go, oh no, it is working.
Yeah, so lines.
I've started to in the off chance.
Yep.
Because I think in the off chance, I'm going to hold my hand up and say absolutely, there's a very real chance that there's no way I get an invite, which is totally fair enough. I'm not saying that I absolutely need to be in it. But I reckon there's a chance that I can be your water boy or something.
Oh, for sure. If one of us gets in, the other person's in somehow.
Somehow.
I think, we'll sneak something in somehow. So I think we just make sure, maybe we'll call Telstra to make sure that the line's definitely working nationwide. And then hopefully we sit by and we'll play in this game.
How long do you reckon before, when would we know either way?
What is it, August?
August 28th, I think.
Wow. Okay. So now it's June 18th. So that's 2 months. Oh, you'd probably want to know by now. I think you'd probably wanted some confirmation.
Because I'm assuming there's a training session, maybe at least once, like a get-together.
You bet your ass. If there is, I'm not going to that.
Okay.
There's absolutely no way I'm training. No.
You'd train once.
If I get in, I'm gonna somehow hire out a Lamborghini, wear a full suit to the game. I will take this so seriously.
Oh, shit, Chaz.
To have 6 touches.
Yes.
I know these games here, we saw it a bit with the games that happened in the past. It's oh no, everyone just take it easy. It's fun. It's just fun. It's for charity. It's for a good cause. Yeah, it is to me. More than that. Mm-hmm. My ass is a marvel in front of nationwide on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joke's over.
Very quickly.
Elbows coming out.
Did you see Soccer Aid during the week?
Soccer Aid?
Yeah, so Soccer Aid is probably the number one example of one of these charity matches.
Is that with KSI and stuff?
In the UK. Sometimes,
Okay.
yeah, but it's always between England and internationals, or essentially Victoria and All-Stars.
Yeah.
It was so funny. There's a YouTuber called Angry Ginge who does a lot of
I know him, I've
Man
seen him.
United stuff, and he was centre-back, and he was up against former Man United player Carlos Tevez, who left Man United to go to Manchester City.
Yep.
And he fucking let him know about it.
Did he?
It was hilarious.
Ginge did?
Yeah, sliding in,
Oh.
both studs up. And then afterwards he said, look at this, I've got my England shirt signed by every one of our players and every one of the opposition's players except for Carlos Tevez.
So hates him.
Fuck that guy.
That's awesome. You want to feud in these games?
Yeah, it was a real plot line throughout. It was great.
Man, get us in because we have some feuds already. We've got a lot of feuds out there.
Yeah.
You started it. I've got my first feud last week with Oscar Allen.
That's true.
That was my only first one. You've had feuds with a lot of people.
More cities.
No, well, Kano to start the year.
Oh, mate. If
Yeah.
I line up against Kane.
And then you had one with BT, which is very obvious.
That's true.
You've had more than me, which is very surprising.
No, that's not true. You've had Oscar Allen. You've
No.
had Nick Revolt.
Well,
You've
can't
had
say
Nick
that name
Revolt
legally.
as lawyer.
Can't say that name legally. It's actually his friend, and yeah, I've had the whole crew come after me.
I feel
I'm not allowed to talk about him.
Oh,
But we can put this in because I'm not talking about him. Let us say his name.
okay, yeah.
But I can't say anything about his history or anything,
Okay,
like how good of a player he was.
can you say that?
That's probably pushing it.
Really?
I'm going to call for sure.
What do you mean by player?
He played football. He played football.
Electric.
Electric.
Swinging.
Wow. Okay. He played football. He was a good footballer. So
He was bloody good.
Yeah.
Who else?
Who else have I got?
Caro probably. Like if she's aware
Caro
of,
needs to retire. Just beep this whole bit out. Just put a massive beep on it. You'll hear this and have no context. It'll be a long beep. But we just got some great news there from Electric.
wow.
Okay.
Commentator. I've drawn a blank.
Kelly Underwood.
Yeah,
No,
massive.
massive fan. When her and Dermy get together, it's fireworks. That is great for the ears.
It is chemistry you cannot.
It is great. So
Understand.
we got some beef, and if we have to
Vossi.
sort out okay, well, I hate it. I want his ass run out of town. He can get sacked for sure. Yes, Ash?
Who? Who do you-
Vossi. Yeah.
Who would be your number one target in a EJ Witten game?
We all know who that is. I don't have to say it. We all know who that is.
Realistically, would you line up on him? Wouldn't
He
matter.
could play in it.
I feel like I've got more of a chance of
I'd get
being up
12.
against him.
I'd get 12 weeks.
Yeah, it wouldn't last long.
Yeah,
would it?
no, it wouldn't be a handshake. It'd be like, you're a fucking stain. Yeah, that kind of thing. Let's get some news here. Now, we spoke about him already earlier in this program, like literally 5 minutes ago, but
If you don't remember.
across the program, throughout the last couple of weeks, we spoke about him a lot because, rightly so, most sought after signature we think in the entire country right now. If you get his signature on a piece of paper, you'd be happy.
Most like semi-available signature.
Yeah. Well, you're taking Faz signatures for NASA's one, which you're claiming is still legal if he
I've
leaves.
spoken to people in suits.
Yeah, but this signature, TDK, is a big one.
Piping hot.
Big man, big future, big decision. Let me tell you, there's a moment there where the club thought, he's gone. This guy's out the door, see you later, done deal, St Kilda. But then out of nowhere, he calls a meeting, not with just anyone either at the club, not with Vossi or the boys. He calls in the new CEO, Graham Wright, before he hops on his flight to Perth. Graham Wright's new sheriff in town. He's going to call all the shots down there, pull the strings. Hasn't even got coffee in his mug yet. Hasn't even set up his office. But TDK's like, I need to meet with you immediately. So that's big in itself. And then said, look, if I stay, what's going to change in this joint? That's a big question to ask because they'd be going, probably not much. We might get a game plan, but outside that, not sure what he means by that. I don't know what he meant by that. Does he mean like coaching stuff? Does he mean game plan, recruitment? Like what would that really mean?
Well, I think realistically, one thing you can for sure, surely all Carlton fans would agree on, something needs to change because you've got lots of great pieces there,
Yeah.
but something's not working. So something does need
Has
to
to.
change going forward,
So
for sure.
whereas the coach, the players, the playlist in the gym, something he wants changed there if he is going to stay. And there is that $5 million gap between the Saints contract and whatever Blues can offer him. So the club now, they're on notice. It's very much in their court to try and work this thing out and get something cooked up either way. But either way, as a Blues fan, like one-eyed Blues fan, I was very much convinced he was leaving. And I'd already started using that first round compo pick to try and get some other pieces in. So now we're in a bad spot because he's going to take up a lot of the salary cap and our salary cap is bursting. And also we need a first round pick. So not bad if you leave at all, but also kind of want to keep you because you're our most important player this year. So now it's all very confusing and it's very hard to see where he's going to go. I actually don't know which way it's going to fall.
No,
I think he'll stay. We know his management hates St Kilda.
but
So
does
is
he?
Well,
You know, you got to remember that.
yeah, true. We'll see. But calling in the CEO for a meeting that's big. Like that doesn't.
You're not
that
mucking
that
around there.
rarely happens. A player calls that
Really?
meeting. Rarely. Players don't have that power unless you're
Yeah.
like a captain or in a leadership group. You can't really be like, oh yeah, I want a meeting with the CEO. Like unless
Yeah.
you're a big fish with a big price tag. In this situation, you can.
Which, yeah.
So let's see. Right now, no better coach in the AFL than Chris Scott. I love him so much. Not just a coach, you know, your footy coach. He's just He backs his players like no one else. He goes to war for his players, and I absolutely love it. Defends them like his life depends on it. So last week, reports came out straight from Old Man Media in the halls of Old Man HQ. Caro, bless her heart, saying that Geelong playing group had some issues with Baz, that, you know, they're off him. They're not happy with what he does out there. Now, I don't know what kind of whispers she's been hearing, but Chris went on TV last night and just wasn't having it. Here's what he said.
Well, I don't mind if it is a bit of a criticism being over the top. And I do acknowledge, I actually don't hear it. I'm not the best place to get a feel for it. I actively go out of my way not to hear a lot of it. So I'm not completely across the criticism. The one part that did rankle, like everyone at our club, was the idea that some of our players weren't happy with parts of the way he's going about things. And when I kind of hear that, like your first sort of responsibility as a coach is to get to the truth. Like, hey, I don't see any of this. Is there anything that we're not across? And it's an emphatic no. In fact, it's the opposite. They love him. Our staff love him. And I mean, we do encourage our players. And the media's a good example. We don't micromanage our players. Like we fully expect, with the way we handle them, that occasionally they're going to say things and go, oh, I wish you had said a bit less. But that's a much better mistake to make than being someone you're not. And we've had enough to do with Bailey already to think, let him go. And occasionally, because he is so high profile, there'll be a few things that maybe step over the mark. But I'd be staggered if it ever comes from a bad place.
No, I'm with him. The nose beers, what a man, what a coach. The nose beers didn't come from a bad place. They came from a very good place, I assume, in Baz. You know, it's just him, Baz being Baz. So defend his club. Now, I don't know what rankle means.
Rankle means a comment or fact cause continuing annoyance or resentment. Great word.
Wow.
Pulled that one out of nowhere.
That's above. That is such a word that you go into like a TV show ready to use.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pull rankle at your backside like it's your common vocab. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start using rankle. What does it mean again?
To cause continuing annoyance or resentment.
Wow. Caro's had a bad week. She's had a bad week. She might find a way to turn that into a story still. It'll be like some like Baz cheating scandal, Baz cheating on every player with teammates, similar to like an affair type of operation.
Chris Scott mentions Isaac Rankin as potential target.
Yes, you know? That she'll find a way to do that. So I love that Geelong have gone full bad boy. Mm-hmm. Geelong Cats are very proper, as we know, farmers, but like top button done up. Street Cats this year. Genuine street cats in an alley that want to fight and scrap. I love it so much. I'm coming around to it. I think before the season started, it was very much like, Geelong, they're good, they're fans. Catman's very up and about. They're arrogant a little bit because they win so much. But now I'm coming around to this whole Baz street cats thing.
Absolutely.
I love them so much. They're not taking anyone's shit. On the field, off the field, they're just becoming really likable. Now, there is some alleged whispers about the cheating stuff. Look, forget that for now. We can park that because I still love what they're doing.
Yeah.
I love everything. The city is a shithole. Don't get that wrong.
We have confirmed this.
Let's just confirm that the city is a shithole, but the team, very good.
And the stadium, very good. The
Merch
club shop,
very good. 2-level club shop. You can actually get from the inside of the ground, then you can find the car park and just stay. It's got a cafe. It's great. And the Premiership Cups are there as well.
Yep.
Now, they could be stolen I wouldn't want to encourage that.
No.
But you could take a big boulder and just... if they do get stolen, that's really bad. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I love what they're doing right now. Again, shit city. I just want to confirm that bit. Real shit city, really good team. And the locals know it's a shit city. Like, it's not us just making up.
Well, it's amazing how little pushback you get when you say this, I must admit.
I say it freely because it's similar to NG. It's a shithole. Ash, you been there?
I think there's a reason why half the team don't actually live in Geelong.
Yeah.
They all live around the beach.
Because shithole. That's why. They all live, Leopold, or they all got farmland somewhere, which they definitely got legally. So, and also they're doing Friday night this Friday against reigning premiers. It's awesome. So home game, what are they doing? Whiteout. Xander Maguire drops a tweet last night. Inspired by Penn State's whiteout, one of the most famous traditions in US sport, Geelong is kitting out the cattery with 40,000 free white Cats t-shirts. 40,000. Going to turn the stadium into a college football style cauldron. So that's very much like, if you don't know what college football is, loud, rowdy, very unhinged. It's almost like anything goes.
Big time.
Fireworks, fuck it, let a flare off. Very rowdy. So the obvious question, there's a few here. Where are the shirts coming from?
Factory?
So, no.
Target?
No. Oh, that's it. Cotton On.
Oh, they'd do it.
Cotton On is going to give 40,000 shirts. Now, there might be a little bit of branding on them, but oh well, that's a tax write-off for sure. So either, Cotton On are doing those shirts and they'll get the shirts for free, which is great. Or there's a genius play here, which I've thought about, is that one of the players' partners has started a business merchandise. Oh, what's that? They're $100 a t-shirt. Yeah, the wife gets paid $400K. Busted starting up again. Can't get us. Genius move. Smart play. Love that. They're smart. They're real smart. But I like this from the Cats. Like, good energy. The football atmosphere is outside Collingwood. No one has like a scary cauldron type setup where you actually feel the crowds against you.
No.
This is creating that. I like this.
Yeah.
People going cringe. Shut up.
It's not.
You're cringe.
You are.
Yeah, like this is very, very cool. But again, it is going to be 9 degrees in Geelong. And Geelong's crowd, I think the average age of the crowd would be, going off what I see on the TV screens, like 84. You were there. What's the crowd like, actually? Seriously?
Oh, no, it's nowhere near as old, I'd say. The oldest I've ever seen would be an Adelaide Crows game.
Oh, my God.
No, that's not a bad thing. It's
Yeah.
just, there was that one game where they told me to be quiet,
Yep.
which I don't think is play on at the football.
Yep.
That has been the oldest that I've seen.
Okay.
It was younger than I probably thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
when I went.
But very much AFL energies are, like we spoke about it before, that
Yeah.
everyone gets hyped for the game. We're excited. Then the ball bounces in the first quarter and it's like, okay, there's a lull until someone does something.
It's like we're nervous. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
You get the few guys yelling at ball after the first tackle, and that's hilarious.
Yes.
Because, it's clearly not going to be ball, but it's a good icebreaker.
Yes.
But there's no, NFL, college atmospheres, really. Like, don't you dare say Melbourne.
No, what I was going to say is I think the only thing to defend that for footy, I'm a massive soccer fan too, but our game is so fast and there's always something happening. So I think in soccer, when there's always time to sort of be just watching the ball just be passed around for bloody 15 minutes, you need a chant in there.
You need to do something.
Having said that, though, the argument against that would be that that's more respect on their behalf. That they're watching something where there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
And they're really building towards it. We don't necessarily need chants.
No, just a bit of energy.
Just a bit of
I'd like to
for
see
sure.
a flare. If I'm putting requests in, I'd like to see a flare in Geelong on Friday night. Now that again, I'm breaking some laws here. Robbery.
You're just saying you
trolling.
would like to see
I'm
it.
not saying take a flare in, but if a flare did go off, I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's very, very cool. So, but I'm all for this. I really like this a lot. I really like that.
I reckon they could take the piss more. After one of those college rivalries where they go and get the flag of your school and then plant it
We need more
in
of that.
the middle. Just go all out.
We need more. So it's going to be big. I can't wait to see the White Cauldron. 40,000 people in Geelong versus 23 guys from Brisbane. That's a place that's going to be hard to enter.
Yep.
That's a lot of people against you.
And they will all be wearing the Bailey Smith headband because I noticed they were giving those out for free when I believe if you bought the footy program.
Okay. Oh, so you get a free headband.
You get a free
Wow.
B Smith headband.
That's awesome.
So and that's obviously all white. So it's just going to be it'll look great.
Hey, the Cats are doing some things. Doing a lot of things right. Again, could be cheating. We don't know allegedly, but they're doing some things right. Now, all right. Looks like the Bont. Now, he might be staying with the Dogs. The key word here is might be staying with the Dogs. We're hearing that deal's still getting ironed out. Nothing signed at the moment. Not sealed. Definitely not delivered. But then this comes through the wire. Who's coming to the party? Collingwood. Biggest club in the land come in swinging for him. It made a serious pitch to Bont's camp saying, hey, you want to win another flag. You want to finish your career on the biggest stage. You want to be the biggest club. How does all that sound? Why is Collingwood going after everyone? You can't have everyone, Collingwood. Be very happy with the very good team that you have right now. You want to make a pitch for Bont? No, I don't allow that. That's cheating. That is cheating. The Bulldogs then responded saying, hey, take a hike. Piss off. This guy's going nowhere. No way he's leaving us. He's a Bulldog for life. He's the heart and soul of our club. So as it stands now, a lot of nervous Doggies fans, I'd say, with no signature there and no real movement. David Zeta came out and reported that he was going to sign, then took it back. Probably made things worse for Doggies fans who want the signature. So this is not a massive story, but just one of those ones where he remains unsigned and you go, could you imagine? Could you imagine Bont leaving the Dogs to put on the black and white? Running around the Loud House in a Collingwood Guernsey. It'd be one of the biggest heel turns in AFL history.
It would, wouldn't it?
The Bont, Mr. Nice Guy, everyone loves Bont. then turns into like the biggest enemy. I kind of want it to happen.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, just in a sick way.
In a sick way, I'd love to see it.
Yeah. I tell you what makes you more nervous about it too. I don't know if you feel like this, but if you were to ask little Ollie Gill as a kid, you know, let's say, hey, son, you're going to play AFL football and you can choose any team to play for. I know I wouldn't choose Collingwood.
No.
Right? Like, that's just, it's just in you,
Yep.
right? You're like, just no. But the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I kind of do. Massive stage, unbelievable training ground, great support, big, great names at the club.
Yeah.
Like
I get the hype. I'm with you. I get
Right.
it why it's so attractive. It's really, the whole thing's great at the moment. Like, they're just a powerhouse of football club, so I get that players want to go there. But also, God, Bond doing that would be wild. I hope he does it. I genuinely hope he does it. Now, he won't do it, but I'd love the fallout. We'd talk about it for a month.
Oh, a month longer.
Like, it'd be wild. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully he signs. It looks like he's going to sign with them or everything we hear, but I don't know. I love that Collingwood came to the party.
Yeah.
Just a plan to seat it down and be like, hey, black and white would look good on you.
Yes, and I'm gonna stitch my own club up here with many others. Not just us, but like people can be making a play for players and just go, that's fair enough. Like, be in the race.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when Collingwood come to the party, that's when collectively we go, oh, fuck me, because I tell you what, there's a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because that's an easy sell.
Yeah, it's a very, don't have to do much.
No.
So, watch your space on Bond. Before we get into the round preview, let's do, we'll talk about Origin first on tonight. Now, I don't know if you watched the last one.
I did not.
New South Wales up 1-0. Going to Perth. Now, we've lost it. Loudhouse lost it. Wow.
Well, does it take it in turns anyway?
I don't know. I thought we had it for a couple of years in a row, but they're going to Perth now. Then they go to Sydney for game 3. Could be over here in Perth. New South Wales very good. Now, I'm on them. Obviously, the Blues, Navy Blues, makes sense that we're married. 1-4. They love 1-4. I love 1-4. Very cool operators as well. Like, they look very scary and cool. So I'm all in on them. I love them so much. Origin's awesome. I just, it's everything that the AFL really is at the moment. Like, we're against, be cautious when you tackle each other, look out for the head, and Origin's like, look, run each other as fast as you can. If you get ahead, that's obviously not ideal, but that's the game that we're in. All for it.
And then there's fire there. I remember, like, it's a bit more pyrotechnic love.
That's a place that has, that NFL style
Yes.
college football energy. Like, they go off. Their rugby league fans are a bit crazy.
Yeah, there is that.
They're very crazy. A lot of Bundaberg rums getting around up there. So, can't wait to watch that tonight. All right, quick break from the footy chaos. Let's talk SwiftX. 850 other Aussies and I are on the same journey, our crypto journey. SwiftX is the very easy-to-use platform that lets you trade over 440 different cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Now, some of those sound like they're from a spaceship or something like that. I'm definitely in on them. I've got them in my portfolio. It's really easy. The app doesn't feel like you're launching a space shuttle. It's clean. It makes sense. And there's a bunch of insights and resources to help you start your crypto journey. If you want to kick off your crypto journey, sign up and verify your account, and SwiftX will give you $20 worth of Bitcoin, just like that. New customers only. Crypto's made easy when you've got SwiftX on your side. Let's do our picks of the round. Just quickly, bye week sucks.
Week?
Well, yeah. Why have we got, again, we've got Adelaide, Hawthorn, Melbourne, and West Coast all having beers. Like, I generally forget that these teams exist when they're on the bye.
Oh, yeah.
Just, if you want to have a bye, we can all go without football for a weekend. Like, it'll be tough, but just get it over, done in 1 week. This spread out, what is it now, 3rd week of buys or 4th week of buys?
Maybe 4th, I think.
Man, just stop doing that.
I mean, if it's a money issue, we'll still go to the ground. Like, we'll just, instead of going out,
Oh, yeah.
we'll go to the ground and buy beers.
I'm happy. If the Loudhouse is open, I'll
Yeah.
go and just drink 4 beers and leave. Like, if it's a money thing, very much we'll go
We'll
still.
work around it.
That's fine. So they're on the bye, and then we move into now. Oh, I don't love this for prime time. Fremantle Essendon and Optus Stadium. Freo.
Let's go.
29.
Starting on a high, boy.
I'm trying to be positive about this game because it's starting the round, and I get that energy is a big thing what we do here. But God, this makes me want to take 2 chopsticks and lodge them right down my eyes so I can never see again. Freo, 29-point favourites. Now, back at home, despite being home last week, but they're definitely the home team here at Optus. So, also confirmed that North did use Freo's change rooms. which is so disrespectful. I love it so much. And the thing about that is Freo's change rooms are branded in Freo stuff. Like they got decals of all Freo and the numbers and stuff.
So does that mean that there are 2 sets of home rooms? Like there's a West Coast one?
Yep. And Freo's one has like a Freo, like it's their branded carpet. And North went in there and said, no, we sold it. It's now ours. And kicked them into the away ones.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Love that. So disrespectful by North. Optus Stadium generally might be a mud pit here. So we had a Saturday night game last week. We had the Sunday night game. Then we've got Origin tonight. And now this Thursday night game.
Shit, true.
And it's pissing down rain over there. So will be a full mud pit.
Oh, mate, it's raining all week.
Yeah. Scheduling, whoever put this on is a dummy. You just know someone at a house is going to get fired for this. This is horrible. This is bad. This is going to be...
That's dumb.
Again, trying to be positive about this because it's the first game to kick off the round and in prime time, but everything about this already is making me angry and frustrated. So, Freo riding a 4-game win streak. They're in the 8 right now, looking to hold on for dear life. Got mugshots of the umpires as well that we know. Now, I love that. Great attention to detail. Get to know the umpires. Let's see if they do it again. Everyone's down on it as well, saying these guys, they're using umpires by first names. I really like it. I think it's just one of those ones like, yeah, here's the ball, Chris. And Chris goes, all right then. Look who's getting a high tackle, next tackle.
Yes,
Great.
exactly right.
I think it's genius. And this season, finally, they're winning some close games. Last season, remember, they were like losing those close games. Then they shot themselves in the foot by missing the 8. This season, they've cleaned that up. So I love the big Kahuna. He's a friend of the program. I love Pat Voss. He looks like a genuine psychopath. I don't love the 2 rucks, but it seems to be working, so I can't knock it if it worked last week against the big helmet head. Against Essendon here, they got the shit beat out of them last week. Yeah. Just a team that just, God, they rolled over quickly. Not sure why they're on primetime so much. 8th primetime game this season. Last week was tough. It was tough for everyone. Sorry that everyone had to endure that, especially Essendon fans. I think they definitely apologise the most. But lost 2 of the last 5 by 90 points as well. They're nowhere. They can't do shit all at the moment. They're just about last for every stat in football. So 16th for points for, 17th for points from turnover, 18th points against, 18th points conceded from turnover, 17th from inside 50 differential. They stink and they suck ass. And that's me being nice. I could be a lot harsher on them. And they're injured because that's why I'm going to draw the line there, just saying they're an ass team. But again, so injured. Got another debutant. Now, is his name? Vigo Vicentini. Could be Vigo, could be Vigo, could be Vigo.
Let's have a look.
Not sure. Big son of a bitch. I think his brother plays for Port. He's the 11th debutant for the season for the Bombers. Coming in for Old Gold. Old Gold needs a rest. He's very tired.
Oh, mate.
He's 42 years old, so he's getting a rest finally. So a big Vigo come in. Oh, no. Vigo's coming against 2 rucks. Wow. That's like literally being thrown in the deep end against Jackson and Darcy. Oh, God. I still do want to see everyone on their list play a game.
That's true.
So they've had 11 debutants this season. That's like the most since 1974.
I wonder how many we've got to go.
I don't know. Everyone there, not many.
And I'm right in saying, this is going to sound very, very dumb, but I just want to just double check. Everyone in their reserves isn't on the list. Is that right? Or they all are?
No.
So if you play for the VFL side.
Yeah, you're on the list still. You can play. But the VFL team gets topped up with other like people who are just VFL players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The record is 13.
13 by who?
Fitzroy.
Okay. Fitzroy also stank back in the day.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I get that.
They've got another 2 in them, surely.
They'll have another 2.
Yeah.
I think Brad should do that. So, thought they were going to be a spoiler team, but them now travelling to Perth with this team is going to be, I don't know if it'll be a bloodbath because the ground will already be a bath of mud. This is going to stink this game. This will be so bad to watch. I hope that I'm wrong, but again, we get a primetime game. Again, we've worked our asses off.
It's not prime time, Dan. It's 8:10.
Oh, it's 8:10. Fuck. God.
It's bedtime is what it is.
8:10, that means we're in bed by 11. Oh, man. Oh, I hope I get run over by a tram before the game starts. I hope a tram hits me in Port Melbourne. I haven't seen one in Port Melbourne, but I hope a tram goes off the track and just smokes me in the head.
That's where you are.
All right, well, I'm going to go Freo because it's just so bad. They're
Yep.
so injured. But that's, yeah. You the same?
It's got to be the Dockers, and the only positive thing I can see here is I will be predicting a big game for the Smalls because the pockets will surely be the only area of the field that hasn't been compromised by the state of origin.
Great IQ. Great football IQ.
That's
See?
what we're talking
That's why
about.
we got him here. He's got a big brain. Big football brain. I like that. So I'm going to get on. Is Dudley playing? Isaiah Dudley, do anyone know? He's my favourite player. He's probably my top 5. I have a lot of favourite players, but he's in my top 5 favourite players.
Okay, what do you like about him?
Just
so much?
love the way he goes about it.
Yeah.
A lot of effort. I don't want to say he's small, but I think it's just like great to see him run around and do things like run rings around defenders.
So he's definitely your favourite Freo player?
Ooh, no, I'm friends with Luke Jackson. We messaged on Instagram.
Yeah.
He'd be my top 5 favourite players at the moment.
I'm a big Murphy Reed guy.
Yeah, big on him too.
Yeah.
Big on him.
And obviously Fife, but...
You see when he got drafted, his parents were really flat when he got drafted to Freo.
Where's he from?
He's from South Melbourne. His dad's a big businessman down here.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as far as he can go, right? Like,
Yeah, from South Melbourne to Freo. That's a
Yeah.
big trip. That's a big trip. So look out for the trams in South Melbourne and Port Melbourne this week. They'll be hopefully not off the tracks lodged in my brain. Here we go. Friday night in Geelong. Penn State vibes. White Hot Stadium. Get your T-shirt and your headband and fucking wave it around. Brisbane walking into an absolute abattoir. Going to get the shit beat out of them by 1,000 points. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Catman. 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 Gonna be probably arrested soon. Catman. Let's go. Here we go. White Hot Stadium. Cats, Brisbane 2-goal underdogs. Jeez, imagine walking out to that as a Brisbane player. You'd be going, get me.
we are Geelong!
Yeah. We got free shirts. Yeah. Street cats. Street cats that love fighting. Paddy Dangerfield, he's a street cat. 350th. Congrats, great career. Congrats on a career, Pat. What a player.
Oh,
What a player. I think we can all agree on that now. He also hates the program. Got a beef with him. He definitely hates the program. He loves fishing. Got a massive boat out there. He'd have so much money, illegally or illegally. I'm not sure. Got a lot of
just keep floating that.
Allegedly, he's got a lot. I mean, he's not a dealer, so that made it sound like he's sling dogs. He's got a lot of money regardless, okay, guys? Massive boat, as I said, but he's
Really?
been an absolute, just across 2 clubs. Remember Adelaide?
I do.
Played in Adelaide, then left. And told the club he's leaving, then plays in Geelong, and the whole Geelong crowd's clapping him.
Yep.
Goes to Geelong, turns it on. Now, did he win his Brownlow in Geelong?
I think it was his first year at Geelong.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Brownlow. Also went to Geelong and was like, you know what? Joel Selwood's still here. He's your guy. I'll just be Robin to Batman.
That was a rare case, though, where
Yeah.
I don't know who's who in that situation, really.
Who's Batman? Who's Robin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he played Robin to him.
Do you reckon?
I think Joel was so much like, this is my club, you have to fit into my system.
That's true.
Which is rare because he could have been like, Socks are so high up, I'm the guy.
But maybe talent-wise, they were both Batmen.
Definitely
But
Batman.
vibe-wise,
Definitely Batman. Vibe-wise, also has continued with the socks up through his whole career. Very old school to do that.
I love it.
I
he needs
do
to
love
tuck
it.
it in, and then now we're talking. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's just like the way because his body should be cooked the way he plays.
Yeah.
He is just a head in the hole player, goes as hard as he can. Genuine bullet train when he comes out of the fifth. Now he's playing forward
Yeah.
with Cameron. I think I saw some stat where he's actually making Cameron worse when he plays with forward. Oh, it's a bit. I think Cameron was like, he averages 6 goals when Danger isn't in the team.
Ooh.
And then when he's in the team, he averages 2. So
Beautiful little goal assist, though, on the weekend.
that pick up, that cinch posted.
To him, yeah.
Yeah, really
So,
clean.
you know.
He's clean. So what a great career. Also, Tyson Stengel's 100th. Congrats on 100. Probably not the week to have it because no one's going to be talking about that. But great player.
There's a bit of Duncan about that
There is,
situation,
yeah.
Duncan
If
Baz
I'm
vibe,
if
you
I'm
know.
him, I'm probably going to take a rest. I also mentioned Catman before. Is Catman around still? Haven't seen him in a long time. We've got an update on
have a
Catman.
look.
No, we don't know. We're not sure.
Just on Instagram, he's just Catman, isn't he?
Yeah, he is just Catman.
Troy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. He did purr the eggplant cat toy and said it was Baz's, huh?
No, he's here. He posted 14 hours ago a picture with David Brereton.
Oh, God. Okay, so he's alive.
The look you have when you forget what it is like to lose. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, and then he's doing the conga. So
That makes
No,
sense.
don't worry,
Okay,
he's-
so he's still there. He'll be there for sure in his white t-shirt, headband, and just cat outfit. So the Cats are a wagon, as we know. Baz is leading the Brownlow. Cameron's leading the Coleman. They're likely to be in the grand final against the Pies if all things stay like this. Also, only played 2 teams in the top 9 the rest of the season.
ooh,
So that's like they've got a very good run home.
ooh, okay.
Very, very good run home here against Brisbane, who this surprised me. Brisbane haven't beaten Geelong in Geelong since 2004.
No way.
13 losses down there in a row.
Oh, well, they're fucked.
So again, haven't beaten Geelong in Geelong since 2004. They're fucked. That's all we need to say. Like, you're going to go. You're Brisbane. You go down there. They've turned the stadium into a white hot cauldron, and you're going to try and break this hoodoo. Wrong time to do that.
When you're looking at 2 milestones.
Yeah,
for some of their bigger players.
Cauldron milestone games and free T-shirts. Oh, literally the worst time to get them when there's free shirts getting around. They could be falling apart. Like, they cannot kick straight, as we know. They're as we said, they're literally walking into like an all-white abattoir, and that's gross for them. So can't kick and can't tackle at the moment. So what's the deal with this team? I need them to get going. I need to show if they're going to be serious, they contender. I'm not really sure. Does Charlie Cameron play? Seriously out of form? I don't know. Maybe they don't take him. I think if I was Charlie, I was saying, hey, I've heard there's a cauldron down there. I'm out. I'm going to play VFL for sure. Going to keep this in Mount Gravatt. All right, you got that? Keep it in Mount Gravatt. Jack Payne, his patella also exploded last week, so hopefully he gets healthy. Darcy Gardner comes in. Everything about that I just read, I don't like at all from Brisbane.
Is there a positive?
Get to go to the cauldron.
Get
to see it in the flesh.
Get
to see it in the flesh.
That's true.
That's cool. So I think it's a classic game of where Brisbane, yes, everything's against them, but are still reigning premiers. So you have to respect the fact that they could go down there and win this. And if they do win it in the cauldron, it'd be hilarious for so many reasons. Beating a whole stadium of people, and it's just 20 guys from Queensland.
If they do as well, there's just no chance they're doing a whiteout ever again. That's what I'm afraid of.
This would ruin the whole hope of anyone ever doing a theme.
You'd have to be pretty sure who you're playing.
Because it's a theme party.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, well, I want Geelong to win now.
Yes.
Because I don't want Brisbane to ruin this for every other team.
No.
Okay, so I think Geelong will win. Again, I think Chris Scott also has like a little bit of a sick obsession with sending messages to the league. And this is very much going to be a message of like, we just beat the reigning premiers message.
Against his former team?
Yeah, I think that's what it be. All right, so give me Geelong down there in the cauldron.
Yeah.
Here we go, Loudhouse, Saturday, 1:20 p.m. Love a Saturday 1:20. Very good time slot. Carlton North. Blues, 4-goal favourites. That seems like a lot to me. Like a real lot. This is North's grand final. We said that every team needs a grand final to get them through a season. Their grand final, their spoiler season, being a spoiler team, starts right now. Young, fun. Last week, they did this weird thing where they just parked 2 people behind the ball, like +2, against Freo to just clog up the back 50. And it was very much like if we play man on man, you're going to beat the shit out of us. But if we put 2 behind the ball, we'll just get it and take our time taking up the ground. Like it was a new Clarko game plan, and it worked. But
Kind of worked.
It's essentially just parking the bus and then waiting for everyone to get in the bus
Yes.
to attack. So it seemed to work, but they've been good lately. Perth was a success, you could say for sure. Now, they might have lost Jack Darling over there. A lot of smiling going on, as we saw in the photos. Not sure if he's back on the team playing with them back in Melbourne, but too much smiling for my liking if I was a North fan. Now, they've also played at 7 different venues in the last 9 matches. I don't think they're complaining about it because they sold them out, but that's a lot of travel, and that's what they're doing. It's pretty much like them. They're taking the North Melbourne Football Club on a roadshow.
Yeah.
To promote what they're doing, just try and get some memberships up. And when you do that, you're going to play in 7 different venues in the last 9 weeks.
I mean, I'm big on it. We spoke about it the other day. Like, really think about it. Are we going to miss out on too much?
Nah.
Like, if they don't play at Marvel for a year. Like, just take
go.
this thing on the road.
Take the cash, get that bag. And then the Blues, whoa, man, we won last week, but God, we suck. We do suck a lot. Now, there's a lot of headaches here. Harry now has to have surgery on his knee after the club said they're going to take it conservative with him. Hopefully, he can just heal naturally. Don't give me that. Unless there's some kind of wizard you've got down there in the physio room, don't give me this natural healing stuff. Wheel him into the surgery room. So he now needs surgery. Makes no sense at all. I'm angry about that. Charlie hurt his calf. Now, I've also heard that he's cooked. So he could be, I think it's more likely he is out from what I'm hearing from our sources. Hudson O'Keefe, good tall young guy. You know what? He's out as well. Did a hammy. Sammy Walsh, guess what he's doing? Sitting on the bench because he's out. Out for 5 weeks with fucking God knows what. So
5 weeks.
Probably just got a headache. I think. So I've got one as well. I kind of wish this whole team was injured so we could forfeit, which is very negative considering we're still in the hunt for finals. But that's where we're at. Horrible year. Bipolar, as we know. First quarter is very good. Second, third, and fourth quarter is very, very bad. So I'm just hoping we play four quarters of football and that would be a great result. Massive danger game. So I have to, because that's where I lie, I have to tip the Blues. But also, just would be the most classic, I'm going to say, it'd be sickly funny if we lose this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I will put on a brave face, I will smile and pretend that everything's okay. But deep down, this is very much a dangerous game for us, and I fully probably should start preparing myself for them to lose this game, especially if Charlie and Harry are out, and that would be season over.
Both of them being out is disastrous.
If both of them out, we got Mitch McGovern and fucking Alex Chincotta up forward. Ash, what do you got for me?
Have you had a look at your run home?
Yeah, what is it?
Port Adelaide next week.
Easy.
Collingwood.
Ew.
Brisbane.
Yep. Oh.
Melbourne.
Easy.
Hawthorn. And then Freo in Perth. And then
That's not good.
Gold Coast.
To end things?
Then Port Adelaide again.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, so it's not a great run, as you're telling me. So that tells me that we need to win this one and probably need to win the week after against Port to keep in the hunt for finals.
Also
That's-
in Adelaide, just
Yeah,
context.
is Adelaide. All right. Man, okay, so North are actually, the thing about North is they're actually not bad.
they're really not. Are
They're
they?
not. So I'm going to go Blues, but again, every Blues fan should just mentally prepare themselves for the worst this weekend. Like, I very much would have. I'm almost to the fact, like, to have no positivity, and then you're only up from there. Like, if you have your expectations so low, like in the toilet bowl, it can only go up. So that's my new approach. Dirt expectations, and then hopefully something grows from it. Who have you got?
Kangaroo, do a poo, not the Blues, North by 25.
Well, that's just okay. That's insulting. That's insulting.
Like, because you know where you're at with this, considering that, you just said North are actually pretty good.
Yep.
The West Coast game was a danger game. I don't think this is even considered a danger game. I think with the outs, this is just a tough game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this
Like,
is very much like,
realistically.
I don't know, what is it, 4-goal favourites, man, that should change. That will change if the Charlie News drops, if he is out, which
Yeah.
I think he is. That will change quickly. Like, we won't be favourites at all, so. Man, we suck.
Because
Awesome.
I just think that North will be able to push you further than what West Coast
They're
would.
good. Like, their team's the defence is a bit scary. That's why they've got +2 back there. But across the midfield and forwards, like, when they get it forward, they keep it in there and they score. Great. Can't wait for my Saturday to be ruined. Early as well. It's nothing better than having your weekend ruined early in the piece. So by 3 o'clock Saturday, probably half time, we'll know. So that's what's that, 2:24. I'm going to be in the worst mood of my life.
It is the worst because Thursday night, Friday night, you could get over it.
Yep.
Sunday night, not ideal for the backlash early Monday, but
No.
you've at least had a fun weekend.
Yep. Jeez, the burner accounts will be busy. Come
thumbs
half time
warmed
on
up.
Saturday. Oh, get your thumbs ready for Saturday. All right, let's go, Blues. Come on. Full faith.
Good
Not
luck.
really. Then we go to Port Adelaide at home, hosting Sydney. Port 9-point favourites here. Are they back 2 in a row? Could be back. Giants win. Melbourne win. People are saying they're back. I'm hearing whispers they're back. Very good last week. As you said, big win over Melbourne. Boys are still believing what Ken's telling them, which is always a good sign. Never will get sacked. Will never leave that club. And when he does walk out, he'll blow it up like the Joker in the Dark Knight. Georgiades went crazy. Can play, Mitch. Can play. Kicked 7-4 last week. Another player who hates us, who's a really good player, Zach Butters. A lot of players hate the program. Don't know what we did to Zach, but he doesn't like us at all. But he's a dog. He's a dog. Their midfield's a dog. Jason Horn-Francis is a machine. Against Sydney, who forgot they existed because they had the bye last week. Coming off the bye now. Big win against Richmond the week before, so that looked good. Looked like some positive signs how they're moving the ball. The back of the beach session. Papley and Gordon, maybe back. Gordon? Gordon could be back. Wow. They reckon he's like the most important player in their team because of his left foot and how he moves
That's
the ball
fair.
on the wing.
I
So
can see that.
if he's back, that's big. Amadi's also back when he got suspended when he came back. Wow. This is actually a tough. These are two teams that, as we said last episode, when you go to do your tips, you're not really sure what you're getting. Now you've got both in the same tip.
I'm going to throw this one out there. This is, I kind of understand it with the Crows on a bye, but if you talk about North Melbourne playing, the last 9 games at different stadiums, Port Adelaide have 3 home games in a row.
They must have travelled a fair bit.
But it normally goes one on, one
Yeah,
off.
it does.
So for an interstate
It's big.
team to spend 3 weeks at home is huge.
It's massive, especially in round 15 now.
Yeah.
So don't leave until round 17, 18. That's massive advantage. Investigate that, someone. Okay. Oh, you know what? I've said it last when we did the last review when Sydney were in it. I'm going to die on the hill that they're going to get their shit together.
Okay.
I said it and I'll stand by it. I just feel like they're going to start getting some pieces back, and they're too good. Like, they made the grand final last year. Mm-hmm. I wrote them off earlier for sure, but at some point it will click for like a month of football, and then it might turn to shit, but it will click. So I think they're going to go there, fresh off a bye, which I normally hate teams off a bye, but I think they'll go over there and get a win. Okay. I can't get a read on Port, and I'm just hoping the incline of Sydney. Mm-hmm. I've got no idea. I think Sydney.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go Port on this one. I am concerned that we're pretty comfortable in the about sort of 2 losses, then 1 Ken game. 2 losses, 1 Ken game.
Yeah.
But I look at this and go, maybe what you just said about the Swans is what's happening with Port right now, you know? Maybe this is a month of clicking.
Yeah, and they're back the crowd at Port. We thought it was Tarps are very much sent back to the warehouse.
That's been sent back.
Okay.
So I'll go Port here.
All right. Here we go. So this is really weird, this game. Pies home game at Marvel in your house.
Get out.
Against the Saints. So it's essentially a bit like what Freo did last week. It's a Saints home game, I guess, just with a bigger crowd and more Collingwood fans in there. So you're at home. Smart. Yeah, so Gilda haven't sold this game. They get no money for it, so again, take another loss.
God, North look ridiculous going to a different stage. Just
Idiots.
ask some of the bigger teams to play at Marvel. God.
Pies, 30-point favourites here. So, you know what I always think about when these teams play? Ever since that ball bounce away from Stephen Milne, like the clubs have gone in very different directions. That ball, it's like the bounce signified something in the Earth's core and for the future where St Kilda would go to being bad and boring and stinky, and the Pies would go to have success, obviously. Do you reckon he thinks about it every day, Stephen Milne?
I know I'm averaging at least 3 times a week.
Like, I think about sometimes at 2 a.m. when I wake up, every bad thing that's ever happened in my life. Nothing probably has been that bad. So I could only imagine that he would wake up and be like, man, I should have gone and attacked that ball.
It's quite clearly, I would argue, one of the more iconic moments in a grand final that people can reference.
That one,
Like,
and
it's so visceral.
What about Rewalt getting smothered?
well, I was going to say,
Does it
but I
have-
can't
can
legally
it
say
have
that. I was going to say that he did get... Now, this is purely... I don't want to get sued here. This is purely football talk. He did fuck up and got smothered then, which ruined the whole club. That's pure football talk.
I don't know if he fucked up. I think that maybe Shaw just did a really impressive
No, he
smother.
fucked it. He should have had more awareness. He should have been had a bigger football brain. This is all football talk. Mm-hmm. So he definitely fucked up, ruined the club forever. Feels good to get away with that legally. Okay, so he would think about it every day. Anyway, let's go to the game. This is the last time they played Saints 1. MCG, remember that game when they just lost their damn mind and started hitting corridor kicks at the
Spuds
MCG?
game.
Was that Spud's game?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see then. Because you've got really nothing... Okay, don't take this the wrong way. You've got nothing to play for. But also, you've got everything to gain here. So you got pride to play for. A bit of pride. Definitely pride. You're not playing finals. But this is a game where you can just roll. I want to see Ross the Boss game plan. Instead of being boring and trying to drag this game into like the darkest, deepest place, let's roll a dice. I want to see Nas just trying to hit kicks that aren't even there. Yeah, like he'll be kicking, like, there's no one there. He's like, oh, well, should get there, boys. Sinclair doing the same. Like, I just want everything going. I want a fast Ross the Boss ball.
Well, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, this is me trying to glaze my team.
Here we go.
We can clearly do it sometimes.
You very much have an ability to do it.
Yes.
You've shown it's in your DNA.
So there's no reason why, very much like a Port Adelaide having a Ken game, we
Ross
can't
game.
go sort of 2 off, 1 on.
No. It's just my concern is that Ross like has a sick obsession with being like, I'm going to ruin this game for literally everyone. Players, fans, anyone watching on TV is going to have the worst time of their life. So there's that. Yes, Ash, you got something for me?
The Pies fans, like, they're all fresh off the Langdon tagging. They have not seen tagging yet until they play St Kilda.
That's true.
They are going to absolutely cry at this game.
Yeah, true.
point.
True. That's a great point. He's going to tag the absolute shit out of him. Win tag a day cost.
Maybe we, you know what I'd like to see? We tag a tagger.
Four people.
Throw it out there, yeah.
I want to see a tagger getting tagged.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay. Also, this is big. Hopefully, we haven't got confirmation yet. Our guy, Flying Viking, Alex Taru.
Bit
Nervous. The news has gone cold on us. Now, is our branding anywhere of the game? Is it on the screen somewhere?
Now,
you know what you can do? Oh my God, if you're MC for the next home game, Hobbies and team,
Yeah.
you get to say our very own.
Yes. Oh, what
Yes!
a moment. We're in the mix.
Awesome. So what we know about him, 26. Swedish. So we
Got
don't
some
know.
of the great sponsors.
Great sponsors. Now, I'm not sure if we have confirmed he can speak English, so we'll get a translator if he comes
Yeah,
on the
just
pod
in
just to
case.
make sure. We'll learn some Swedish as well, but just has the biggest leap that we've ever seen. 94 centimeters is vertical leap. That's a big leap. That's over Ash. Ash, what are you, 102 centimeters tall?
184.
Yeah, so 102. So that's a big leap. Also, quick as 20-meter sprint, 3 seconds, and can run. Time trial, 2K time trial, 6:36. I love this guy already. If you go on the website, the Saints Players, you can see sponsor Dan Does Footy.
I'm trying to find it now.
This is big.
So good.
Hopefully he plays. It'll make me tune in and be very invested in him. So, okay. Max King also broke his knee. Is that right?
Oh, something, mate.
Something like so. He's out for the season. He's done. Okay.
Is that a new injury?
No, it's the same knee. I think he's done. They got the Pies. Pies traveling to Marvel. So Pies won't like the tag and they won't like they have to travel. That will definitely piss them off. So is this because they have a deal with Marvel, do you think?
It must be. I don't know what the ins and outs of it are, but there has to be a minimum played.
You have to go to
stadiums,
Marvel.
and probably because we've got the bye, we've got
Probably.
so there's less games.
Okay, so the league has made them go to Marvel because it must be in a contract somewhere. It is weird seeing them play at Marvel. Like it looks
does
very,
throw me out, I must admit.
Yeah. Coming off a bye. Now, if there wasn't a bye they had last week, they would have definitely rested everyone for this game. For sure.
Well, that's
Everyone's
where
got
I'm
rested.
at, though. Like,
Yo, you can get them.
well, they have clearly started to do that now, and they totally deserve to.
Yep.
Just
They can rest.
throw in a few people here and there.
Okay. Well, you know what, mate? I'm on a massive hate watch. Our boy, hopefully, is debuting. So give me St Kilda in an upset. Let's go, Saints.
Come
Let's
on,
go, watch the
Saints.
boss. Let's do something exciting. Let's play some good footy. Let's not be boring. Then we move to the Expansion Cup at another shithole, Energy Stadium. Hate that stadium so much.
Hey, whoa, another shithole. Were you talking?
No, I'm talking about Geelong.
Oh, okay.
Not Marvel, not the Dome. No, Expansion Cup, shithole Energy Stadium. It's going to be a good game, even though I do hate the stadium a lot. Giants are favourites here against the Suns. Just so battle of the Nepo babies. Can you call them both Nepo babies?
Mate, this is the crash. We're in the crash this weekend.
We're in the crash. There's a crash at Energy Stadium. It's a shit crash, but we're going to watch it. Two teams. A lot of fun on socials they can have. So they're two teams that can just attack each other very hard on socials.
Yes.
Because they don't have the old school traditionalists on social media being like, just post about bloody the flying doormat. They can go meme crazy here. Arnie Soda versus Jacob. Going to be a big battle outside the actual game. The Suns are also rocking their yellow and blue kit.
Ooh,
Gross.
it's not for mine.
It's
to be
very
totally
John
honest.
Noble. He might disappear.
Yeah.
You see a floating kit with his skin complexion. If that's all you'll see. That's not going to be good for his skin.
No.
On the yellow and the blue, no, I don't like that kit at all. So Matt Rowe isn't signed as well. Still, they're getting very nervous on him. Noah Anderson's back after getting split in half. The
That's
Suns, I got my guard up against the Suns. Been hurt before, been burnt by this team so many times. So I'm very cautious about them. The Giants are also so confusing. Like I don't trust them either. I know that one last week was a really good win, but I just don't know what I'm getting. Another team that you tip and you go, take the wheel. Who knows? Who knows what we're getting here? Toby Green. Back from his butt injury. I think he'll be back. Oh, man. Cadman. At least Cadman's a guy. Cad guy, they should call him. So now the Suns have 2 headaches. Got Hogan to deal with and Cadman. Expansion Cup. How many people we think will be there? I'm going to say 14,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot.
14,000 Expansion Cup. I reckon there'll be 8,000 there.
Do you reckon they do anything special for it, though? Like special offers or like make it a bit cool? I don't know. Maybe they might do
Free
some fun
tickets?
for it. Yeah.
Free tickets to get there.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Who would do that?
Yeah, that'd be silly.
Okay, so I'm I can't get around these teams. I'm going to go the draw.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I think I'm going to go a draw here. I think they're both having the similar kind of season, maybe a little bit reverse, where the Giants come in with the form and the Suns kind of get out of form here. I need Ben King to get going. He's kind of gone quiet as well. Oh, man.
This is a big coin toss, isn't it?
Yeah. I said draw, but if I had to take one side, only because it's at NG, give me the Giants. They're pretty good. They're still pretty stacked.
Absolutely,
So the
they
Suns, though.
Well, it's 6th versus 7th.
Wow, good game. Oh, just give me the Giants. I don't know if I've got just a vibe bet.
Yeah.
Give me the Giants.
Well, look, I'll just go Suns just to make it
it
interesting, but this is just anyone's.
Wow. Okay. And then to finish off the round in the graveyard, this will generally blood everywhere will be spilled in the dome. This is gross on paper. It's gross. We're going to talk about Dogs Richmond. Dogs are 9-goal favourites. And Dogs traditionally, they just, like Geelong, destroy stinky teams. Like foot on the throat. You're not going anywhere. You're going to watch this for 2 hours as we ran right all over you. Sam Darcy, he's back now. He's a massive problem. The good news for the Tigers is that Bolter can play.
Okay.
320 game. So he'll... Oh, I know. I've done the numbers here.
Hang on. What is the curfew?
Was it
10:30?
10?
Oh.
10.
Wasn't it 10?
Don't know. Mate, say it's 10. Say the game's 3:20 game. It finishes at 6 p.m. An hour recovery after the game.
Yeah.
So it's like 7:30. Then hopefully traffic isn't bad. Not sure where he lives. He looks like he'd live in Caulfield or something like that to me.
It is a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
curfew.
So he's just got to make sure traffic isn't bad when he leaves
Yeah.
the dome at 7:38ish.
He should be fine. Ooh, I don't
He
know.
should be fine. So let's see. This is straightforward. This is a hang on for dear life for Richmond. They have no business doing this with the Dogs. They don't want this dance. This is a dance you don't do. This is going to be disgusting. I think this could be 100 points.
Mate, if St Kilda can put 85 points on the Tigers with an ad hoc forward line virtually coming off a victory against the Blues,
Yep.
and then Dogs can do what they did to us,
Yep.
there's no reason to suggest why they can't kick 200 points.
Yeah, this is bad. They're just too young. They're just it's Uze just trying to work his team out, get some games into players against a Dogs team who is fighting for finals, who are also just really good and haven't really got going. Had that patch there where they were competitive for 5 weeks, and we thought they were going to be a threat in finals, but this is different weight divisions here. So give me the Dogs by just so many points.
So many.
All right, as we always do, we go through our Sportsbet feed tips for the round of football. You can go get it on Sportsbet's feed. You can follow myself. Ollie's also on there, but this week we've gone with just a couple here. So the DDF round multi. We're going here. It's something quite controversial is in here, which we'll talk about, which I'll explain. So let's start off here. Geelong, we're going to pick Geelong over Brisbane in the Cauldron. This is the controversial one. Carlton North. Now, I am a Carlton man. In my tips, I am tipping Carlton, but this isn't for me. This is for you out there watching on Sportsbet's feed. I'm going to give you North at value. I feel gross doing it, but this is, again, not about me. It's for you out there. North are in this because there's so much meat on this bone. I think there's some storylines coming about who's in and out. And I think that will change, so I've got it in there right now. Sydney to beat Port in Adelaide. Collingwood to beat St Kilda. Sorry, Ollie. In the Expansion Cup, I've got the Giants over the Suns. And then the Dogs in the graveyard against Richmond. We've got them at the line because I think they'll do that so easy. The line is 48.5. So that's the DDF round multi that you can go get on Sportsbet's feed. And then our same game multi this week is going to be the Expansion Cup. So obviously play from the teams. I like the other team as well. We've got Tom Green to have 30 or more. Noah Anderson to have 25 or more. Finn Callahan, 25 or more. John Noble, 20 or more. Aaron Cadman, who's in some serious form, 2 or more goals. And Ben Ainsworth for anytime goal scorer. So those two are in the Sportsbet's feed on my profile. You can go to the Sportsbet app, slide across to AFL. Well, I think there's a hub also we're going to do this week. Otherwise, go to the feed. Google Gorringe. Ollie, you're on there. You doing
Big
anything
time.
this
FIFA
week?
Club World Cup.
Very confusing. I kind of get it. Chelsea won. I like Chelsea.
So, yeah, keep your eye on that for sure.
Great. So check it out. Also, bets across the weekend, all on Sportsbet's feed. All right. That's the round of football unpacked. Thanks for doing football with us. We'll be back on Friday to talk about the Thursday night game, which is Essendon and Freo. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a good game. Hopefully, get some good news about our boy, Alex Taru.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you tune back in on Friday to do football with us.
Can't wait.
See you then.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.